Backtesting is the single most important skill every trader must master. In today's video, I will talk about the importance of backtesting. I'll show you how to do it effectively. And as a bonus, I will give you completely free a free tool that will revolutionize the way you backtest your strategies. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Jonathan Andin and I am a professional trader and the founder and CEO of RLZ Trading. This is where we help you simplify your path to greatness, one trade at a time. Today, we are focusing on a very important aspect of trading, backtesting. If you're a returning subscriber, I love you. You're awesome. Make sure to hit that like button. And if you are new around here and you like these free educational videos, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button as well. Thank you. I want to share a recent experience with you guys. So over the past few months, my trading has not been going great and I honestly began to adopt my own system. So I decided to take a step back and do what every trader should do in these situations. I started backtesting. I dedicated an entire month to manually backtest my entire system. I analyzed all the signals and tested the system over 4 years of data. Now it was quite intense, taking up a whole month, but the insights were invaluable. This system was not only profitable, but during the period of my drawdown, that period turned out to be one of the most profitable based on the backtesting data. Now, this was obviously an eye-opener. So while the backtesting data showed the system's potential, my live trading data suggested otherwise. Now, this difference between the two highlighted a very important point. The issue wasn't with the technical edge of the system. The problem was with my mental edge. So backtesting played an important role here. It not only reassured me of the system's edge, but it also rebuilt my confidence, reigniting that mental edge. And this is really why backtesting is so very important. You shouldn't wait for a drawdown to start. Even during the profitable runs, regularly backtesting keeps you grounded. It reinforces your mental edge and it's ensuring that you remain confident in your system, and it's going to sharpen that technical edge as well, helping you identify the very best setups. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual backtesting template here. I'll show you how to use it, and it's completely free. If you want access, you can sign up to the newsletter, also completely free to sign up to. You can find the link to the newsletter in the description of this video. You sign up in the welcome message, get the link to this backtesting template. And if you're already subscribed to the newsletter and you don't have access to this one, you send me a DM on Twitter and I will send you a link. Right, so here, this is what you get when you first open it, and you can also watch this video. So in the backtesting template, you have this video. Watch the video to kind of see a rundown of exactly how to use it. You have to first of all press file and then make a copy to be able to edit this one, otherwise you won't be able to do it. So let me show you how I did the most recent backtesting here, and then also I'm going to talk about what I want to do after this backtesting session. So what's the next steps basically, because now I have a lot of valuable data from this testing. So you can see down here I have first the original, just the original, not edited. Then I have one with notes, and basically I've just added some ideas of what I'm doing with the backtesting data and some plans on what to do. So first, you can see the first column here is called Test 1 2018, and then I have one called Results All Pairs. So basically what I'm doing here is I have this watch list of all the major and minor Forex pairs and all the crosses between them. So it's 35 pairs, and I'm going to test all these 35 pairs with the RLZ slingshot indicator. Now, obviously, you're just going to test your system, right, on whatever pairs you're trading. And this is what I'm doing. So you go back to this one and you have AUD/USD, AUD/NCD, and all the pairs here for 2018. And then you see I have 2019 and then 2020 and then 2023. The reason why I didn't have 21 and 22 is because I didn't have space in the backtesting and the spreadsheet here to add more pairs. But 4 years of data, that's quite good. So whenever a test is done here on AUD/USD, when I've done all of 2018, I just copy all of this. So basically I put in the R of the actual trade, you can see here that AUDUSD actually performed very badly during 2018. And this is also an interesting fact that I found during this backtesting template. You can see here that I categorized the losing as red, the winners as green, and the orange here is somewhat around break even. And I noticed that AUDUSD has not been profitable 3 out of 4 years. So what I've decided to do is remove AUDUSD. I'm just not going to trade AUDUSD. So I've removed that from the indicator. Now, this is something I did not know before. I have done this backtesting in the past, but that was before I had the indicator. This is something new that I didn't know. So now hopefully removing that one, I increase the profitability of the system. So when I'm done with this, I copy this, select everything, press Ctrl+C, go to results, and then press place it in here. So here you can see the result of all the pairs for 2018 is, as you see, 63 trades. You have a win rate of 63.5 and a cumulative R of 36.6. And then I do the same for all the years. You can see here I have 2019 where I have 132 pairs, 132 trades, 60% win rate, 60.6% win rate, and 67.5 cumulative R for that year. So if you're risking 1% per trade, you would have made 67% that year, which is very, very good in my opinion. Now, of course, the backtesting data, the backtesting results will not be as good. The live trading results will not be as good as the backtesting results. What I did when I went through all of these, all 4 years of testing, I've added all the results to one specific tab here. So you can see here, this is during the 4 years. This is you have 417 trades and the win rate is 59.2%. So in live data, in live trading, I have about 50 to 55%, which makes sense. The live trading data is not going to be as good as backtesting. So basically what this did was I looked at 2023 for my testing period, and what this showed me was that in 2023 I had a win rate of 60%, and up to October I would have had a win rate, cumulative R of 67R, which is much, much better than what my live data resulted. So what this did was it told me that, wait a minute, my system is profitable during 2023. So that removed the doubt in my system. I regained that confidence. I now know that, right, so the system is working very well. I just have to follow the system's signals perfectly and work on that mental edge, because obviously that's the problem also that I figured out, that it's my mental edge that was the problem, not the system. So now that I've done this backtesting, I need to make some plans on how to use this data, because now I have, 417 trades that I've backtested manually. It took about 1 month, which is a lot of time, about 8 hours a day for 1 month. That's a lot of time, and I can't just waste that time. I need to take this data and do something with it. So I now know that the system is profitable. It's performing well. It has around 55 to 60% win rate, and it has a yearly profit of somewhere around 60%, which is quite good. But I wanted to get better. I want to try to improve the system. So you can see here in the Discord, I've wrote about, added the results of the backtesting data here. And then I started writing some about what are the next steps of backtesting. And I think this is super important, guys, because if you do have a system which works well and you start backtesting it and it kind of confirms that it works well, but you might want to try to improve it, well, this is how you're supposed to be improving it. Now that you have this data, it's a lot of pairs, and it's going to take me a very long time to do the test all over again. So what I'm going to do instead is, because all 4 years have had a similar win rate and a similar cumulative R, I can expect the system to perform in a similar fashion every year. So I'm just going to select 1 year to do the rest of the testing instead of 4 years. So it's not going to take as long. Maybe it's going to take a week or two. So I will start with 2023 because it had a good number of trades and it was, a decent average performance compared to the other years. So what I did then was I made a list of what I want to test further with the idea of improving the system. So one thing that I did not backtest was trade management. So basically I want to see if I do the backtesting again, and I have a layout here, which is Let's see where I have it. Let me load this one for you so you'll see what I mean. Yeah, right here. So with this layout, I can find all the recent trades. So I can go to, for example, AD CAD. So this is AD CAD, and all the trades from the backtesting session is still here. So I can go to the 1st of January 2023 and then just go through all these trades to see if I could have improved the performance of AD CAD with active trade management. So an example of active trade management would be something like this. So use the replay function here. That's the signal. I'm gonna get a long signal right here. And the idea was then to enter on the retest of the 50% fib. So let's just wait a minute for the indicator to load here. There we go. That's the entry right there. And then it starts moving higher and it hits the profit right there. Now, imagine if the profit would have been up here. Imagine that would have been the profit. I would have then placed my trading stop loss right there and it would have moved higher. But let's then assume that the profit, let's say up here, and I have the stops here. Instead of this being a loser, it would have then been a 0.8R, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Mostly, I'm going to be looking at the losers. So maybe this is a loser. Yeah, that's a loser. So is there anything I could have done differently here? Is there anything I could have done differently here? Maybe when price were, going up here. This could be a case where I might be testing, a tighter stop loss or a wider stop loss or something like this. So I'm just going to go through all the trades, all the previous trades which are already on the chart here, and test all of these different components to see if it could have improved the performance of the system. And if it does perform this, if it does increase the performance of the system, I will add this to the playbook, to the setups strategy. So one is, will active trade management increase or decrease the performance? If it increases the performance, I will add this to the system and see how well it's performing. I will also test multiple TPs. Right now what I'm doing is I have one TP at the FTA, the first trouble area, which in this case was down here. But I'm going to try to add multiple TPs. So maybe have TP all the way down here and take exit parts of the position with every TP hit. Will this increase the profitability of the system? If yes, I will continue to do it. If no, I won't test it any further. And then I have another one, which is tighter stop loss. Will having tighter stop loss, will that increase the performance of the system, or will I just get stopped out more often and will decrease the win rate? And then also I want to see what value does the weekly and monthly open have in the system, and also does disabling the stochastics filter have a positive or negative effect on its performance. I also want to test the idea of the Mondays being profitable or not, because if you look at my live trading, I'm actually never profitable on Mondays, but I actually want to test this. Is this true over a long period of time? In this case, I might have to go through all 4 years of data. And then also I want to look at news event and how they're impacting performance. So in this case here, you have on TradingView a great settings where you can just go into settings, events, and then you press economic events on chart and then uncheck on only future events. This means that on every setup, you will be able to check all the major news event down here. So we knew for a fact that on this candle right here, we had a major news event coming out of AUD, and during the trade right at entry, we had a CAD news event that was the inflation rate. This move was probably caused by inflation rate. So if there is a news event present at the time of entry, we'll look at how that is affecting performance. If it's affecting performance, if it's worsening performance, we will simply stop trading this system during high impact news event. So this is, and also we're going to look at time of day. What is the most profitable time of day? Because obviously, like, it doesn't make any sense to test this system during hours when I'm sleeping. And for you might be from New Zealand or Australia, you might be trading when I'm sleeping. So for you, it makes sense to test different hours of the day. So these are the things you have to test when you're backtesting your system and when you're regularly trying to improve your system. All right, that's it, guys. I know that this video was a little bit longer than usual, but I think this is important stuff, guys. Please let me know if you do have any questions on backtesting. You can reach out to me on Twitter or wherever, or in the comments to this video if you do have any questions, or if you want any tips and tricks on how to improve your system through backtesting. Make sure you subscribe to the newsletter, or just click the link in the description of this video to gain access to the RLZ Trading Backtesting Template. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. I will see you guys in the next one.